Hi everyone, I'm Riti Varghese and today I'll be doing this algorithm which is string matching with finite automata. Finite automata is a concept that you will learn in theory of computer science. I won't be going in detail. I'll just be explaining you how finite automata is used here for string matching. So finite automata is a simple machine for processing information or rather recognizing patterns. And it is a five tuple representation as you see here. So the phi tuple representation is this. It consists of Q. Q is the finite set of states. Q naught is the start state or the initial state. A is the set of accepting states. Sigma is the finite input alphabet. And delta is the transition function of the finite automaton M. So I'll just start with an example directly, wherein I can just explain you how the finite automata is built for a particular pattern and using which we'll be doing the matching later. So this is the example that I'm taking. So the example says find the pattern ABBA in text string AABBA using string matching with finite automata. So as you know, pre-processing is always applied on the pattern string. So here our pattern string is ABBA. So what you need to do is you need to create a state table. So in the state table, you will have states. Okay. So now this state will depend upon the length of the pattern string. As you see, the length of the pattern string is 4. Okay. So your state is going to start from 0 to 4. Okay. In that, your first state, which is the zeroth state, is going to be the initial state, and that is going to be empty. I'm really sorry. Okay. So zeroth state is going to be empty. Then in an incrementing fashion, you are going to put the pattern that you have got. So your pattern is ABBA. So your first state is going to be only the first character in the pattern. So it's going to be A. Then you add the next character. So it will be AB. Again, in the incrementing fashion, you add the next letter. So it will be ABB. Then next to that, it is going to be ABBA. So that's the final state. Then you need to also specify the input alphabets in the pattern. So in this particular pattern, you have only two input alphabets, A and B. So you are going to put that in the column. Okay. And now we are going to start filling the state table. So basically, a state table is only this much. Okay. This part I have shown just for your understanding so that you understand how we are filling the values inside the state table. So what do we do is, as I've already mentioned, your zero state or your is the initial state which is empty. So at first, you have empty set or empty state. So to that, you have only two options. Either you can add A or B. So if you add A to it, you need to check, do you have any state like that? So yes, you do have a state like that. Okay. So first state is A. So hence I will put 1. If you add A to initial state 0, you will get this state which is 1. Okay. Now, if you add B to your initial state 0, which is empty, if you add B to your initial state, will you get any state which is already present? No. So that is going to be 0. Okay. So this is for your 0 state or your initial state. Now for the next state in which you have A. A is your first state. So to that state, if I add A, okay, so it becomes AA. So you need to check, do you have a state like AA? No, you don't. So when you don't have a state like AA, what you do is you start canceling the alphabet from the left and you keep adding the alphabet to the right. Okay. So when you cancel from left. So you cancel A, what is left is, and you cancel one by one. So what is left is A. So you do have a state like A. So hence I've put 1. So if you have this particular state A and you add B to it, it becomes AB. Again, check, do you have a state like that? Yes. So that is second state. So you put 2 here. Okay. Now for the next one, again, you have AB in state 2. 2AB, if you add AA, it becomes ABA. So first you need to check, do you have a state like ABA? No. So what do? Is you start cancelling from the left. So you cancel A at first, so it is BA. You have a state like BA? No. So again cancel 1. So you're left with A. You have a state like A? Yes. You put 1 here. Okay. Then you have AB already. You add B to it. Okay. Then check, do you have a state like ABB? Yes, you do. That is your third state. So hence you put 3 here. Then the next state is ABB. To that you can either add A. So if you add A, you have a state like that, which is 4. So hence I've written 4 here. And you have the state ABB to which you will add B. So this becomes ABBB. You have a state like that? No. So start cancelling alphabets from the left one by one. You cancel A, what is left is BBB. You don't have a state like that. So again cancel one more character. You're left with BB. Again you need to cancel one more. You're left with B. Again you don't have any state like that. So it's 0. In the last state you have ABBA and you're adding A to it. You don't have a state like that. You keep cancelling from the left one by one. You cancel A, what you're left with is BBAA. You don't have a state like that. Again, cancel 1, so you're left with BAA. Again, you don't have anything like that, so cancel B again. You're left with AA. Again, you don't have a state like AA, so hence you're left with A, which is 1. Then for this part, again the same thing. To ABBA, you add B. You don't have a state like that, so keep cancelling from the left. You don't have a state like BBAB, so again cancel B. Do you have a state like BAB? No, so again cancel. Do you have a state like AB? Yes, which is 2. So you're done with the state table. Once you're done with the state table, you can show the same representation using state transition diagram. So this is what you require for matching. I've just shown the state transition diagram as a representation so that you understand it better. So it's like you're starting from the zeroed state, right? That's your initial state. So from on 0 on A goes to the next state 1. Okay, 0 on B remains in the same state, which is 0. 0 on B is 0. 1 on A. 1 on A is 1 itself. 1 on B is 2. 2 on A is 1. 2 on B is 3. 3 on A, 3 on A is 4. And 3 on B. Okay, 3 on B is 0. So 3 on B is 0. 4 on A is 1 and 4 on B is 2. So it's the same representation of the table in the, transition diagram format. So that you understand it better, you need not show this in the exam for pattern matching example. Even if you show the state table, that's enough. So this is the finite automating matcher algorithm or the matching algorithm using which, so you are using finite automata for matching process. Okay, so that is how it is. So hence this name, finite automating matcher. That's the procedure. It takes 3 inputs. This is your text string. Delta is the transition, and M is the length of the pattern string. So N is nothing but the length of the text string. There's a variable Q which gets 0 or which is initially 0. For loop which is running from 0 to N minus 1. Basically, you're running this loop for the text. Okay, so hence 0 to N minus 1. Then there is this statement which says Q gets the value of transition. This delta is for transition of Q to T of I. Okay, and then the next statement is if Q equals to M, then print that pattern occurs at shift, and this will be the location at which the pattern will occur. Let's see how to do it with the example, or let's see the working of the example. So this is the text string. Your text string is AAABBA. Okay, this is your text string and your pattern string is ABBA. This you've already done. And this is the matcher algorithm. So what happens, and also you are taking as input the transition. Okay, delta is nothing but the state transition that we've already done in the pre-processing step. So this is the input to the matching algorithm or the matching step. So what happens here is your I is running from 0 to n minus 1. So since your text string is length is 6, it will run from 0 to 5, right? And text string is nothing but A, B, B, A. Q is initially 0 and Q will run from Q is initially 0. Okay, so let's just start doing the working. So Q is initially 0, delta of 0 comma T of I. So I in this case is T of 0. T of 0 is A. Okay, so 0 on A. What is 0 on A? It is 1. So that is what I've written here. So Q becomes 1 now. Okay, then again I increments, I becomes 1. So 1 on T of 1. 1 on T of 1 is A. T of 1 is A. So 1 on A is again 1. So again Q remains 1. I increments. So 1 on T of 2. This is what I'm doing. Okay. So 1 comma T of 2 is A. So 1 on T of 2 is A. 1 on A is again 1. Getting it? Then again I value increments. So 1 on T of 3, which is B. So 1 on B. 1 on B is 2. 1 on B is 2. So I've written 2. Again, 2 on B. 2 on B is 3. Then again, 3 on A is 4. Okay. So as soon as you reach 4, now your Q is equals to M. What is the length of the pattern string? It is 4. So hence you stop. So hence you can say that pattern occurs at shift I minus M minus 1. So M minus 1 will be 3 and I in this case is 5. So 5 minus 3 is 2. So at location 2, you found your pattern. Okay. So you have located your pattern in the text string at location 2. So this is how you do string matching with finite automata. I hope you've understood this. You can try an example using the same algorithm and see if you can solve a problem using this finite automata. Thank you so much for your time.